Right, time to shine, Sarah. Your game for the weekend, Carabao Cup final, Liverpool versus Chelsea. In England, we just see it as a nil-nil ball draw because it happens too often, apart from the last time when Liverpool dominated that game at Anfield as well. Let me hear your initial thoughts on the Carabao Cup final because there is a huge injury list for Liverpool at this moment. Thiago, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson's injured for the final,
Never
Diogo
Jota.
Jota, Darwin Núñez, and maybe even Dominic Szoboszlai won't be returning for it, and Curtis Jones as well. I want to hear your thoughts on Liverpool, how you think Jurgen Klopp will go in for this final, especially with all these injuries. Let's hear it, my friend. Where are we going with
Yeah,
Liverpool?
I think before the match on the weekend between Chelsea and Man City, I would have said it doesn't matter about the injuries at Liverpool because especially with Klopp going out this season, every game is a final for these guys. Like they're playing for the manager, a manager they love, a manager that has done so much for the club, for the city of Liverpool. And then I watched the game that Chelsea had against Man City, and I thought, hold on a minute. Are Chelsea turning this alleged corner that we have been talking about for the past, several months, and they're finally doing it now? And then to top that off with the amount of injuries that Liverpool are facing, I don't think this one is going to be as black and white as, you would have thought, let's say, even 3 weeks ago. Because I think 3 weeks ago you would have asked any of us and we would have said Liverpool going to smash him. But it seems like Chelsea are kind of getting the wheels turning here. Pochettino is kind of trying to figure out how to get the best out of certain players. And yeah, I don't know. I hope it'll be a better match than the City and Chelsea game. I wasn't too pleased with that. But
Low scoring.
yeah, well, I mean, even low scoring, like we're watching Inter Atleti, but I mean, Inter is having a shot on goal every 2 minutes here. But
I was annoyed with Nicholas Jackson more than Erling Haaland personally because he had the better chances to get across the line for Chelsea and have a historic win at the Etihad Stadium, and he just let it slide down because he did the Sue celebration against Spurs when he had all those chances through on goal, and you're just like, okay, have some shame. He had no shame at all, and to that game against Man City, he just couldn't replicate it, unfortunately. So,
yeah,
I
I
wanted more
think,
from Nicholas Jackson in that game personally.
but how like classic would it be for Chelsea to win this match and win the Carabao Cup in a season where they're currently what 11th or 12th in the Premier League? Like it's the most Chelsea thing to do.
I can
Like
see it.
it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. When Chelsea won the Champions League, what, 4 years ago now? We were all sitting here like, no, this is a dream. Like it didn't happen.
No DM for Pep. Odd selection. I can't go over it to this day as well. Now he just left Rodri out and Fernandinho
Yeah,
in
but
that
I
time.
think the one thing for Liverpool, like I mentioned earlier, is with Klopp's last season, it doesn't matter who you put on the pitch. There's too many players missing. They want to win as many trophies with this guy in the final season as they can. Carabao Cup's the first one to do it, so they're gonna I think leave it all on the pitch, and I think that gives Liverpool a little bit of the edge for me going into this game.
Nicely done. Good analysis there. Chris, I'm going to come to you about Chelsea because I want to hear your thoughts on how Cole Palmer has been outperforming most of his teammates this season. And a player for me personally, I've been very impressed with, and he finally got his time in the spotlight, in the media spotlight, was Malo Gusto, the former Lyon right back, who had a really good game against Jeremy Doku, who has been built up as one of these fantastic wingers to watch in the Premier League. But he kind of had him locked down all game long as well. I want to hear your thoughts on Chelsea, how Mauricio Pochettino should set up with kind of these injuries with Levi Colwill, Thiago Silva, Cucurella, Fofana, and Romeo Lavas still injured as well. I want to hear your thoughts on what Chelsea have got to offer against Liverpool. Let's hear it, Chris.
Um, uh, I really like this Chelsea team, even though it's not performing to the best of their ability.
Is it because of Disassi? Be honest now, Chris.
It's 100% because of the Sassy, and he was man of the match in that game against City.
Amazing blocks and interceptions he had as well.
He
It was
played, he had
really
a
good for
game,
him.
but they have such a young team. I think it was just a matter of time until they start clicking. Obviously, they're not clicking to their full ability yet, but they don't really have too much. They don't have too much of like those older players to like really guide these young players to like a top four or anything yet. So they're gonna need some. They're gonna need some time, and with that time, yeah, they're getting better, and we see it now. Pochettino is getting his tactics through to these young players. And I think in this final, are they going to be Liverpool? Like Liverpool has been here, done it
Against Chelsea a couple years ago
against
as well on
Chelsea.
penalties.
Like it's tough. I don't. I think Liverpool win, but as Sarah said, like I could picture Chelsea winning it on such a down year that they had. It's a thing Chelsea would do.
Matthew, imagine the scenes. Raheem Sterling, one-on-one through on goal. against whoever the goalkeeper will be. I don't know if it's going to be Carabao as
Killer,
well. Yeah. Can you imagine Raheem Sterling scoring against Liverpool? Liverpool
Dream.
end at Wembley, his former club, because he's had a up and down season. He scored the goals, but he's not been performing well. He had that really embarrassing moment against Wolverhampton Wanderers when he should have gone through on goal. And apparently, there's been a rumor that apparently Todd Bowley went into the dressing room against Wolves when they're playing at home, and he singled out Raheem Sterling for being a senior man, just like Chris said as well, being a senior, experienced man in the squad and not taking ownership a lot compared to a lot of these younger players in and around the side. What's your thoughts on, again, Raheem Sterling maybe having a redemption story here for Chelsea, his first trophy at Chelsea? What do you think? What do you think about that, Matthew?
Probably will see it. Northwest London boy, Wembley, old
Boy
club,
from Brent, as they say all the time.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you can see
Tattoo on his leg, number 10 on the back.
But you know what? Yeah, it's a weird one. As Sarah said, if you had asked me before that City game, I would have said Liverpool, defo. But Chelsea put up. I think this is the thing. Is it City that because they didn't perform well today? I heard again. So was it City or was it Chelsea playing well? Disaster was fantastic. I've been calling him Disaster the last couple of months. You know,
don't do this to him. Don't do this to him.
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. But,
Chris will hook you up with an interview, and you're saying it's a disaster.
No, but do you know what? No, I was because he wasn't playing that well. I expected a lot more, but I feel that Poch is slowly getting it right with certain players. Like I think Thiago Silva taking him out of the team has really helped, and he's got the free midfield of Caicedo, Enzo, and Gallagher. And Gallagher,
I mean, he got injured versus Palace, so that was kind of an essential thing.
Yeah, but it obviously stumbled upon something. Nicholas Jackson's just a willing runner. He's that type of guy. He would all day just bombing on, and he could have done a lot better against City. So it's such a tough game to call. Them games are normally draw. It's been this case since them Champions League days, all these cup games that they've had. But I just feel like something with Liverpool. I feel like Klopp knew what he was doing with the timing of that announcement to tell him, because they're probably looking good. You know what? We're doing it for you, boss. No matter who's injured, we're going to win this cup. We're going to do it for you. So I can see Liverpool somehow winning it. And to be fair, I'd rather. I don't like Chelsea at all.
I think Chelsea could pull it off on penalties. Me personally, I personally think it could happen, redemption for them. But I think it will be a clean sweep of Liverpool for the four of us against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final as well, which is crazy. But that's our matchday previews done, and that's almost our podcast done as well.